Silver should be trading for $72.48 per ounce. Gold, we'll say $4,392 per ounce. But it's not, right? We've got a big problem, precious metals investors. We are confused. None of this makes any sense when we look at the factors going on right now that should result in much higher precious metal prices. It doesn't make sense to us. Let's dig into some of these factors and see what we can find out. I'm a real frugal guy. I love to save a buck. I love to get a good value. I like to use coupons, but I'll tell you what, I'm tired of these discount prices in silver, gold, platinum, all of the precious metals. Because look, let's be real. If we went in a time machine, welcome to the Ron's Basement Time Machine. We're going to go back 5 years. And if I told you these 4 factors that we're going to talk about, you would believe that the price of gold would be $5,000 per ounce right now. Silver, $83.42 per ounce right now. Look, remember the big argument about negative real interest rates, right? How negative are interest rates right now? That has a big, big factor on the price of precious metals. Well, a 10-year bond, let's say 3%. You can buy a bond and get 3% per year in interest. But to calculate the real interest rate, you subtract the inflation rate. If we subtract, let's say 9%, that's kind of conservative, from the 3% we're earning, we have negative 6% real interest rates right now. If you had told the 5-year younger version of yourself or any professional analyst that covers gold, they would have told you that gold would be skyrocketing right now. But it's not, and that's just the start. The other thing that's always been very fertile ground for the price of gold, silver, and all the precious metals is a stagflationary environment. Okay, so do we have stagflation? Well, we've had negative economic growth in the last 2 quarters. That technically qualifies as a recession, right? So we have the stagnant economy. And what about deflation? Well, we've got 9% inflation. So check that box too. We've got stagflation. That alone has always been considered a very, very powerful force to move up the price of silver and gold. What about geopolitical risk? If 5 years ago we had told you what's going on in the world, a war in Europe, major conflicts between the East and the West, China, us fighting over Taiwan, like all the major geopolitical developments which have been very bad over the last couple years, that alone, we would have said, would have been very supportive and made for a higher price in the precious metals. And finally, if 5 years ago we had told you that the government would have printed the amount of money that was printed over the last 2 years, I think like 50% of the US dollars that are in existence now were printed in the last 2 years. If we had told you that the government would now have $30 trillion in debt and continuing to run huge deficits, that again alone would have been reason for the price of precious metals to be significantly higher, but they're not, and that's the reality. Gold sits at $1,775 per ounce, silver at $20. So as the world splinters, as the world financial system shows signs of great duress, we're waiting, right? Now, I'm a believer, but I'm frustrated. You may be frustrated too. This doesn't make any sense. And in the end, things that don't make sense usually play out in a different manner. Free market forces will take over. Real assets will shine through their true value, right? The market will discover naturally, eventually, Mother Nature always wins, and we will have higher prices in silver and gold as measured in fiat currency. Until then, I'll be here with you navigating these choppy waters. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. You can give the video a thumbs up, turn on the bell notifications, share it with anyone you like, including ex-wives. And don't forget, leave a comment in the comment section below so we can learn from you. Until next time, you be well.